So the first point I think I'd like to make about paedophile hunters is that paedophile hunters should not be necessary. I mean, because obviously the real way to catch paedophiles is well, you need to like look at their search histories, don't you? You need to have like a sort of algorithm or program running to find out who's looking at images of children on the real internet, not necessarily the dark web. But you need to like run a program to find who's doing searches of say kids swimwear catalogs and all this sort of thing. So the fact that we have paedophile hunters at all is sort of like unfortunate. And I guess like the reason, well, I get that the intention is very good behind it. Of course, it's well intentioned. Of course, we like need to find out who in society wants to sleep with underage girls. Like that's not a problem. Yes, those people need to be identified, absolutely. And as I understand it, the police are working very hard anyway, you know, via these shady online chat rooms and whatnot, and dating sites or pop-up dating sites or whatnot, to try and find out who's really into this. And when it comes to sex, obviously people are into all sorts of horrifying stuff. That's like not questionable. But I'm tempted also to say that when it comes to paedophile hunters, there might be a sort of fallout when it comes to a certain sort of innocent guy who might get trapped by one who might just be sort of a bit of a boob and not really intelligent enough to realize that something's a trap, or they're just too desperate and they're deluding themselves into thinking that, you know, it's like it's a genuine, like say you have this scenario, like you got this guy who's like tried every other avenue, but this woman seems to be speaking to him on a dating site, and it's like a paedophile hunter saying, "Oh, did you know? Oh, by the way, I'm a 14-year-old girl." For instance, and this is like the line that a lot of paedophile hunters will use. But then maybe in this guy's mind, they're thinking like, "Oh, this is just like her fetish, isn't it?" And then like maybe they do a moral conundrum thing in their own mind, and they're like, well, you know, like, oh, she's maybe into like calling, like me calling her daddy or something, and it's an incest slash pedophilia thing on her part, and but she might be hot, or frankly, she might not be hot, but she might want to fuck me, and who knows, maybe just no one wants to fuck them. That's the problem. I just tend to say like I know genuine paedophiles get caught via paedophile hunters, and good, fine, but it's not. I bet that's getting played down though. This effect of just desperate men who aren't paedophiles getting caught up in this. Very possibly, I think. And we're like, oh, does she want me to spank her and call her daddy? Like, I could probably push to that, couldn't I? And do that. Even though it's frankly a little bit wrong, let's face it. But like, as long as she's overage, because a lot of these guys like they've been caught out on the street, and like, what guy with just a modicum of common sense is gonna get themselves caught out on the street in the 21st century, say Britain? All the fucking cameras around, tracking his location from going to the place and back again. It seems so unlikely for most of them. Like, wouldn't like a paedophile want to like arrange it such that it's in a secure location? Like, you know, that's discreet. But like, I suppose one dude, like, and he frankly had the Jimmy Savile look about him on this paedophile hunter channel. I can't remember who it was. They're like some flowers and he's waiting on a date, just in public, out in the open. Like, he'd do that? Really? For a 14-year-old with people walking past. No, I don't see. No, I can't. No one's that stupid, possibly. If you are that stupid, like you're not able to form sentences. You're in like a wheelchair or something. No offense, but I mean, you've got like severe learning disability. If you're like that, they're not like that. Surely it couldn't be like that. He must be expecting something different. And, and then again, like how many of them are actually looking for attention on the internet because of it? Uh, which ultimately connects to their own desire to get laid. I don't know about it. I'm suspicious of it. But yeah, like, all right, we know about Jeffrey Dahmer. Pedophiles are out there, fine, but it might be a lot rarer than people suspect it is. And I think some people in the paedophile hunter community, like, yeah, there are opportunists out there willing to just like stitch someone up, but they may have been expecting like a 37-year-old with like a weird fetish for thinking like she's a kid or something, or like playing teacher student or mummy daddy, or something like daddy daughter, call me daddy, and so on. So yeah, there's fallout, but it should not be necessary, obviously, because the way to find pedophiles is to put cookies or something, or like tracking who's like seeking out images of children on the real internet. That'd be like the starting place. So we can nip it in the bud fairly effectively doing it like that, I think. So yeah, I think that's the point I want to make. Bye.